Superman, the upcoming Supergirl. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the one and only DK. Oh,
I have a question, Mr. Kane.
yes, please, go ahead.
I thought you were taller.
Flying on stage, DK, everybody. And nobody saw you coming.
Nobody, except for that guy, that kid back there. He did. Good morning, or good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Right on the coast.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going?
How's your weekend been? How's Fort Lauderdale treating you?
Fort Lauderdale is gorgeous.
Yes.
I got in late on Friday night and it was dark. Then woke up Saturday morning and looked out the window and there were these 900-foot yachts and sun, and it was beautiful. I didn't want to go do anything else.
See, I live in Los Angeles, California, and I come here and think, wow, this is beautiful here.
It is.
That tells you something.
Gorgeous.
I mean, if you're from this area, I appreciate it if you don't already.
And if you're not from this area, enjoy it.
You can do that too. Although I could have used your help last time. I could have used Superman's help last time.
Well, you were probably doing something wrong.
Well, I left this building in this area a little late last night. You know, we had some activities after hours here, and by the time I got out, all of the gates were locked. I was trapped inside here, and I was screaming for Dean, but nothing. He didn't show up.
No, I was watching college football. Sorry about that.
Yeah, did your team or teams win yesterday?
I enjoyed watching Arizona State beat UCLA. Sorry for any UCLA fans out there, but that was fun. Yeah. I like upsets. It's fun, especially college. So it was a good, relaxing evening.
Any must-see games today for you?
Well, right now, the Dolphins are playing the Jets in London, so I was watching that. Jets are kind of kicking their tails, so I don't know if anybody's...
They're like, yeah.
I have a couple of Dolphins on my fantasy team. Not going so well. Just put it out there.
And for the people like, yeah, it's the Dolphins. I grew up as a Cleveland Browns fan,
So you're still angry?
Yeah. Or you just get used to disappointment.
I played for Buffalo, so Buffalo and the Dolphins would kind of bang heads a lot, so I'm allowed to hate them, but I don't. That's true.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for your time today, and congratulations on being in the upcoming Supergirl TV show.
Yes, thank you. That's fun. You should see that. It comes out what the 26th?
26, just a couple weeks away now.
So it's really good. I'm not in it that much. I play her foster father, but that might change. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
They keep you guessing on this show, but she's fantastic. So please watch it. It's outstanding.
You see a lot of these Movie Phone and all these different websites and TV shows with their must-see fall TV shows, and Supergirl seems to be consistently on the top of almost every list. Why is that?
It should be, because it's a really good show. You know, if you were a fan of Lois and Clark back in the day, it had a lot of humor, we like to think it did, romance, it was fun, it was good family entertainment, and so is Supergirl. It's the same vein. She is so good. Melissa Benoist is so good as Supergirl. You just fall in love with her right away. So I think that I think America will fall in love with her, and it'll be a really, 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 really popular show.
There are a lot of solid superhero shows on TV right now. With The Flash is incredible. Gotham has gotten stronger recently. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty popular. Where do you think Supergirl falls? Is it at the very top?
I think it's going to be at the very top.
Wow.
But it's the same producer as Flash and Green Arrow, Greg Berlanti, and he's just done such a great job. Who knows if there's going to be crossover? I didn't say there would be.
A disclaimer.
Just saying it could happen.
I love it. I love it. Well, we have some people on here, so...
The Flash is up first. What's going on, Flash? You're Flash.
So I have a question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
That's a good question, young man. It wouldn't be super speed, so sorry, Flash. I always like the idea of having the power of flight. I mean, having the power of flight would be phenomenal. And because I don't like airplanes, I really don't. I know it's weird, but I don't like being up 35,000 feet in a 20-ton metal thing that somehow is flying. So I'd go with the power of flight. Although there are times when I wish X-ray vision, and I won't get into that.
Now, who would win in a race? That's always been a legendary comic question. Superman or the Flash?
Superman doesn't lose to anybody in anything. Sorry. That's it. So no offense, Flash.
Oh, we already know the end of Batman v Superman, but apparently next year too.
Oh, really?
Well, you said Superman never loses.
Oh, yeah. It's a short.
Yeah.
Short. Batman, Superman face off, Superman punches the hole through it, and it's over.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ben Affleck in a good run.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Hi.
Hi.
You've done a lot of projects over the years, so my question is, what are your top 5 projects and why? Like whether it's because of the people you're working with, or the location, or the end product?
Well, I've done a whole, just huge number of films and things, but you know, if you talk about projects, Lois and Clark has to be one of my very top of all time. Obviously, it's the show that sort of launched my career, and it was so much fun. I spent more time, or at least as much time, doing Lois and Clark as I did going to college. So, you know, thinking about that, it's a long period of time. So, without a doubt, Lois and Clark. I really enjoyed doing Out of Time with Denzel Washington. That was a lot of fun. Just because he was the greatest actor out there, and it was fun doing a big giant film. But you know, those are it's a hard way to make a living doing those films. But I enjoyed that. There's a film I did called The Broken Hearts Club that I still just adore. That film was a lot of fun. That's 3, huh? Wow. Whatever one's going to pay me next will be my 4th favorite one. And I really love doing Ripley's Believe It or Not. And that was a lot of fun for me. It was the easiest job on the planet, and it was just fun and relaxing. So I'll say that as the 5th, because I probably make the most money on that one. That thing was ridiculous. I love that show. It was ridiculous. So those are some of my top 5. Thank you. All right. Hi. Are you is that a Pink Power Ranger? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Can you get that? You can do that. You can talk from there, right? Oh, here comes help. You're safe.
You guys should sing Mike off the stand if you wanted to. Too easy.
How do you like being Superman in the movie?
I like playing Superman. It was great fun. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't really watch. You know, there was Christopher Reeve was my Superman growing up, so I watched that film, and I watched cartoons and things like that. But I really never thought I might be able to play the guy any more than you might think you could play the Pink Power Ranger. Maybe you expect to. Maybe you're different. But I mean, it's that kind of thing. So anybody, you know, growing up who enjoys comic books and things like that, you know, you might be the next Pink Power Ranger. You never know. I certainly did not know I was going to be Superman, but it was a huge honor. It was, you know, it's one of those things that has stuck with me my whole life since, and I imagine it'll stick with me my entire life. And there are certainly worse things that could be called. Thank you. Thank you for your question. That's very brave of you.
I say, I'm always impressed with the amount of young children that are brave enough to go up to the microphone and ask these questions.
You couldn't have got me anywhere near it as a
No,
child. Not even close. So she's much further along than I am already.
I would have peed myself in that position there.
That might be too much information, but I would have been nervous.
Hello, I was going to tell you I'm a huge fan of Lois and Clark. Watched it for many, many years. But I've also had one question I wanted to ask you, just about the show. So for 4 years, you watched Clark pursue Lois and fall in love with her, and they were very, how should I put this, affectionate at work. So my question is, what kind of HR department did they have that allowed this type of behavior and didn't discourage it at all? In fact, encouraged it to a certain extent.
Well, they became man and wife. They became man and wife. So, in my opinion, they had a correct HR department. I would hate to be at work with my wife all day and not be able to show her any affection. I guess I had to get a wife first before I got there, but still. That's a good question. But I suppose we had a lax HR department. Metropolis, different time, different city. Fair question. Shame on you. How are you, sir? You can probably lift that sucker up for you because you're. Well, I don't even know how to do it. So
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I was just kind of wondering, since Lois and Clark launched her career, did you you ever keep anything from the set? Something you should keep forever? What was it?
Well, we were picked up for season 5, so we finished season 4, knowing full well we were coming back for season 5. So I didn't go on a thieving spree. I would have stolen everything if I'd have known we were done. But I didn't know we were going to be finished, so I literally didn't take anything. It's one of my largest regrets because I didn't get a costume, I didn't take a cape, I didn't take anything. I certainly would have made a full costume disappear, I promise you that. I would have taken probably Clark's nameplate, some other things, I just didn't get anything. So that is a large regret of mine. They surprised me with the summer cancellation. That was the only bummer.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, look how cool you guys look.
Thank you. What are you a bigger fan of, Marvel or DC?
That's a very easy question, actually. It would definitely be DC because they paid me. I really like the Avengers. I think they've done a great job with that. Robert Downey Jr. has single-handedly done just what he's done with Iron Man is amazing. I mean, incredible. I think television certainly belongs to DC right now, although Marvel has a couple things going on. And DC just hasn't done it in the film world yet. So we'll see what happens with Batman versus Superman. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm going to say DC fan. Certainly for television. Maybe, I mean, for Marvel, really for me, the only guy that, well, Captain America's pretty cool too. I thought that first Captain America movie was great. I thought it was better than the second. But I'm going to give the nod to DC because I want to get hired again. Good question, though.
A follow-up to that, is there any sort of a contract stating that if Marvel did want to put you in an upcoming movie, could you be in a Marvel movie and still be in the Supergirl show?
Absolutely. There's nothing in my contract that says that. So if you're out there, Marvel, I'm a villain or superhero for hire. Absolutely.
Good to know.
If it were you against Supergirl, who do you think would win?
You would have to go there. If it was me personally versus Supergirl, Supergirl wins. But if it's Superman versus Supergirl, they're cousins. They don't want to fight each other, that's for sure. And you know, I'm a little partial to Superman myself, but they're both so good that they're not going to hurt each other. So it would be a battle of mean faces, because nobody would fight. Just bad looks. You have a follow-up question, don't you? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I always pictured. What was that? Girl power? Well, if you're girl power, you're really going to like Supergirl. You really will like Supergirl because it is a lot of girl power. Well said. Is she the Reaper of Death, by the way? Okay. I'll make sure I answer her question every time.
And correctly.
Correctly.
My question is actually kind of similar to hers, but mine is if it was a battle between Superman and Goku from Dragon Ball Z. It's all over the internet and I hear it and I want to know your personal answer.
Superman. Of course. I mean, I hear those questions, but you know, for me, it's a no-brainer. You're asking. I mean, no doubt, Superman wins that. But he's so good, he doesn't want to hurt anybody. But he'll take him out. No question.
Have you seen her shirt, by the way? Her shirt, only here for Dean Cain, and then in smaller print.
Oh, and JDM. Oh, that's
She made it herself. She made
You
it
hear that, Jason? She's sort of here for you, wherever he is.
Kind of here.
He's going to fly over here and kick me in the head. I don't want that. She made it herself? It's a great shirt. Thank you.
Who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero, I think it's probably Superman. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Superman for sure. But outside of Superman, I guess my political answer has to be Supergirl now because I play her dad, so she's got to be it. But if I had to pick somebody outside of those two characters, I got to go with the way that Robert Downey Jr. has played Iron Man has been pretty fantastic. It's been pretty good. And then maybe Captain America too, because that's pretty fantastic. Thank you. Who's your favorite superhero? Turn it around. Mom. Okay, Mom's a good superhero. Oh, Power Rangers?
Power Rangers.
Fair enough. Good call. What's going on, buddy?
What is your favorite